Hi guys, so I hope you're all doing well. I am super excited about today's video. I've wanted to do this for a really long time, so yeah, I am really psyched about it. For those of you that follow me on Instagram, you guys know that I am almost finished with my Hogwarts display. Then next will be my year one display. I have a couple of videos coming from that one too, but I'm just waiting for the merch boxes to be delivered before I can do them, and then I can share that display with you too. And then my third display will be my Quidditch display. So yeah, I just felt that what is the most important thing, or the number one thing you would want in a Quidditch display, and that has to be the Quidditch towers. So yeah, I've seen a couple of versions of these made from paper and so forth, but I wanted something that would actually last a really long time and would look good and would not over time lose its shape in any way. So yeah, so I made this little prototype. This was the first one I did. I basically looked at the shapes and drew it from the movie, and I drew it on Coral Draw, and then I sent it into my local laser cutter and they cut it for me, and to my surprise it actually worked out the first time, which I'm really kind of impressed about because I thought this was going to take me a lot longer and maybe 2 or 3 tries, but I think the enormous amount of 3D puzzles I've built in this last year, I think that has kind of rewired my brain to think in a whole different way. So yeah, this was a lot easier for me than I actually anticipated, which I thought it was too easy, so this is going to be a total disaster, but it wasn't. So yeah, so I learned something at least from all the 3D puzzles. So yeah, this is the prototype. I've done 3 extra of these, so I'm going to have 4 in total, obviously, for each house. I just made this cover just to double check my sizes, as well as check the roof, because the roof is just going to be paper. So if I slide this out, this is what the actual piece looks like. So yeah, it's got its 4 sides. I think it looks pretty much like the actual towers. And then I've added 3 little sitting areas in there. I would have preferred to do this from 2mm wood rather than 3mm. But unfortunately, the laser cutter I go to, they only do 3mm. So yeah, I think if it's a bit thinner, you can actually add a lot more detail, and I would have preferred that, to be honest. But yeah, maybe one day I can buy my own laser cutter and then do stuff like this myself from 2mm wood. So yeah, so there are a couple of there are only 3 sitting areas, which I think is enough, and it kind of gives you the feel of a stand of where people can sit. And then I've closed it in the inside. I like doing stuff like that. Just, yeah, stuff like that freaks me out, because I would know that it is empty or it is not closed at the bottom, so it wouldn't make sense to me. So yeah, I've closed it there, and I've closed it at the bottom too. So yeah, like you can see, this hasn't been pasted yet. So yeah, it just still fits into each other. So yeah, like I said, I've done 4 of these, and yeah, this little piece is going there just to finish it off a bit better. To stick these together, I'm going to use my trusty wood glue, like always. I love this stuff. And then I'm also going to use a bit of masking tape just to keep it together, like this one. This doesn't take very long to cure, or for it to not be able to open up. So yeah, I would say if you leave this for at least 12 hours with the masking tape, it should set completely. If you keep it longer, you might end up having stickiness on the wood from the masking tape. So yeah, don't leave it too long. But yeah, I think 8 to 12 hours would be more than enough. Then the next thing, I am going to paint the inside. I don't like this burnt wood feel, and also the smells. So it smells of burnt wood, and it doesn't go away very quickly. So yeah, I will be painting the inside. I'm just going to make a mixture of my own brown, and just paint everything there. Then obviously the sleeve is going to go over. There are two choices that you can do. You can either just put it on like I did this one, or you can actually Mod Podge it in. I'm still undecided. I will see what it looks like when I put the sleeves on. But yeah, at this point, I'm still undecided on that one. So these are all the pieces for all 4 of the stands, just to show you what that looks like. Then, this is the sleeves that I made. So this was also very easy to do. I just used the same file in Coral Draw that I drew the stand out of. I used the same template, just put them together to form the sheet that goes over. So this is Gryffindor and Hufflepuff, and then you've got your Ravenclaw and Slytherin. And I think they're going to look pretty cute. I am really excited to see how these come out, because I haven't put these sleeves on yet. So yeah, I am really excited. The paper I've used for this is 160 gram paper. So I think for Mod Podge, I think this might, for the sides, it might be okay, but I think for the top, it might buckle. So yeah, I would say if you're gonna do it Mod Podge, I would say do it with a 300 gram. Then that way you have a sturdy top. So yeah, I will see how it goes. Maybe I can Mod Podge this in the end. I don't know. So yeah, that is just a side note. Then for the goals, I am not 100% happy with these. I wanted them to be a bit bigger. I know size-wise it doesn't make sense, because these make a lot more sense than a bigger one. But yeah, I just feel that next to this looks pretty sad. So yeah, these are used for curtains, and you do get a size up from this one. But I wasn't able to find it anywhere. So yeah, I am going to change it at some point again, but I think these will do for now. So what I'm going to do is, these are just normal skewers. I will stick them to the circle. I will drill holes in there, and then just put them at different lengths like the actual goals were. And I will just put them at the back, so that it looks like they're a bit further than when they're in the front. So yeah, that will be the idea for now, but yeah, I will change it at some point. So yeah, and that is basically it. It's fairly easy to put everything together, so I'm just going to run through it with the time lapse, and then you can see what I did. So here we go. Okay guys, so before I forget to add this, when you paste these, like you saw, I pasted all the stairs and these two that go inside. So these ones I didn't paste, so they are still loose, but I am going to, I've put them back, and this one is also loose. I've put them back and I'm going to tape them. The reason why I'm going to do that is so that I make sure that everything stays straight as it should, but I can still, after, I can still remove these and paint on the inside. And underneath there, and I can paint everywhere else, because if I open these up, you will see that I can actually paint everywhere I need to. So yeah, that is why I'm doing it this way. Okay guys, so I'm just going to explain scoring a tiny bit for those of you that don't know. I used this tool. I am not 100% sure what this is actually called. But yeah, it's got a tiny little ball at the end. You can buy this at any craft supply store. This one is actually a dual one. So it's got a silicone tip at the one side and then a ball on the other side. And this is mainly used for acrylic nails or polymer clay type stuff. So yeah, so basically to score, I have printed all these sleeves with very, very faint lines on them where the score lines are. That just makes it a bit easier, and then I don't have to actually measure at this stage. So basically what I do is I take the ruler and I put it about 1 millimeter on the left side of the line. The reason why I do that is this is a rounded tip. So basically you kind of have to guess where the middle of this ball is. And this ball is about 2 millimeters in diameter, so my ruler will be 1 millimeter to one side so that it ends up making a groove in the middle. So all I do is I take a tiny bit of pressure, I go once up, once down, and that is it. Then when you start folding, you will see that it is very, very easy to fold the paper and to make sure that it is actually in a straight line, which makes it so much easier to do. So in the end, your sleeves are all gonna look something like this. And yeah, it's a lot easier to fold them first before fitting them to your stand. The reason why I'm saying that is it is very, very important to always fit and see if everything is going together, because you might have made a tiny mistake at some point. So yeah, this one is fitting perfectly and I'm pretty happy with that. So I can go ahead and start pasting these to the stands. I have decided that I will not be Mod Podging these yet. So yeah, I'll see how it goes, especially in my area. As I mentioned in some of my earlier videos, damp is a big problem. So yeah, I will see how these go, and yeah, if they don't work out, I can always print new ones and then just Mod Podge them to the stand. So I'm really chuffed with how these came out. I think they are going to look so awesome in my Quidditch display. Yeah, I think it gives the right feel, and next to my Funkos, I think they are going to look pretty cool. So yeah, like I mentioned, these goals are just stand-in for now. I will be changing them at some point, but for now, I think they're doing their job. And I think when I do the real ones, I might perhaps put a set on this side and put a set on this side. I think that would just look pretty cool. So yeah, I am already thinking of the next merch box, and I am planning on doing a Quidditch themed box. So obviously these 4 will be the main items, so you will get all 4 of them. So yeah, let me know what you think of that, if I should do a Quidditch box or not. And yeah, I am also thinking, for those of you that love DIY as much as I do, I am thinking of doing 2 versions of the boxes. So maybe doing one that you can get a complete set, and then another one where you can buy the blanks and the prints and then do them yourself. So yeah, let me know what you think of that too. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as follow me on Instagram. I hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you next week.